What's up, y'all? It's T-Turn. Today we're gonna be looking at some of y'all's theories, but first, Takara, which is this company that makes toys, released some official Pokemon merch, which involves Terapagos. All this time when we saw Terapagos, we could only see what Game Freak showed us. Now we have an official 360 scope on Terapagos. Darn, look at their origin, Dialga and Palkia. Alright, so here's their Terapagos. These guys get licensed from Pokemon themselves, so it'll be cool to see what Pokemon made them show Terapagos to look like. The sucker is just in like a swamp of his own crystal filth. Look at him. Look at that crap. Go take a bath. Okay, you know, this is really weird. What in the... So check this out. Wow. So you can see all 18 types. Darn, what type do you think this Pokemon... It must be normal. Now, this is the third time I'm going to say it. Base Terapagos, I'm going to say Rock Psychic. This one's pure normal. Third one is 19th type. So you could see all the 18 types, right? And then the buzzer in the middle. They're all pentagons. We've talked about this a lot, but it's very obviously hexagons on the side here. Is it possible when this Terapagos does terastallize and reach the heat form that these 18, maybe they stay pentagons, and maybe what Heat was actually describing in his image was more focused on these? Either way, it's odd that this is a whole hexagon themed Pokemon. It's in all the trailers. The crystals and areas are hexagons, but the symbols on its back specifically are not hexagons and are instead these irregular pentagons. Makes you wonder why Game Freak did that. Dude, this Pokemon looks so overpowered. What the f... I don't think we're supposed to see this. Is this actually what the underside looks like? Because he legit is a turtle. So if someone got inscribed Heat was here. See, this guy looks super peaceful, and all he has is that one hexagon gem. Look at the underside of him. A perfect hexagon. This is kind of cheating to see them like this. God, imagine how much that freaking gem is worth. That's like $1 trillion wedding ring. Have you guys seen the animation in the anime? Some crazy colors. We are now in the last 2 months of this year, planned winter 2023. They still haven't given us a release date. Is it this year or next year? Let's go to y'all's theories. Hi, I just finished watching your video. I just wanted to point out that Dokutaro has the same color scheme as the Masterball. Okay, so at a glance, this doesn't actually mean anything, but it gets kind of trippy because Ku posted something about a Masterball. It's right here. He says, I bet you'll be unable to look steadily at this thing anymore after playing the second DLC. To look steadily at this thing. So what, we would be kind of scared? Like this thing's gonna mutate into Dokutaro? One, either a Pokemon finally breaks out of a Master Ball after like 30 years, or Ku is saying it because it's something Dokutaro related, which seems less likely. You know, responding to this Master Ball tweet, Ku says, enjoyed checking out your clever and funny comments. Some people hit the bullseye. We're reading the comments. Kieran's full team will be Paradox Mons. That said, Dipplin evolution is going to be a Paradox, and we can evolve it in the Terapagos cave. That's weird. You know, there's something unfitting about Kieran having Paradoxes, but I guess it's not exactly far-fetched. He just has to go into Area 0 and catch them. I don't want him to have paradoxes though. Dipplin evolution being a paradox is weird. I guess this tweet, the idea they're implying is if you take like a Jigglypuff or a Mungus, I guess a Gardevoir into Terapagos' cave, that you can trigger their paradox. I don't think that's the one. This guy says, so he's fully armed. So this guy references Ku's tweet about Kieran being fully armed in the second DLC. So maybe Kieran has one or multiple Master Balls. This still wouldn't make us look at the Master Ball unsteadily. I think the idea Ku's trying to give is that we'd kind of flinch in fear at the Master Ball. I'm gonna guess either Terapagos causes some BS making our Master Ball fail, or Kieran uses it to catch See, that's the thing. You cannot catch Terapagos. It's so poo. You catch freaking the God of Time Dialga with the Master Ball. It has to break out if you use it on Terapagos. In fact, okay, this is what it will be, okay? Freaking, like Arvid's gonna give you a Master Ball, right? From Sodom Toro's lab. He's gonna be like, you're our final hope. We're gonna weaken Terapagos. You're gonna go in and catch him at the end. And we need to use them. It needs to be story forced Master Ball catching. And Terapagos needs to break out. There has never been a Pokemon shown as strong as Terapagos before. This sucker has all 18 types, infinite crystal potential. This dude's in a different tier than Dialga Palkia, even the Arceus that we see in the games, because it's not actually what Arceus' true power is. I'd put Terapagos at Max Eternatus level, if not above. Master Ball can hold humans as well as Pokemon. Kieran's gonna catch me. That's the real wedding ring. You don't propose to them, you masterball them. Here's this dude comparing a Tentacruel to a masterball. They both got the bulgy jelly spots. Okay, no one talked about Tentacruel though. If these three are the retainer Pokemon, retainer, could their master be the master Pokemon? But what does this have to do with the Master Ball? Bro, unless Dokutaro's a freaking experiment gone wrong about a Master Ball, but the Master Ball was invented in recent years, was it not? So how could it exist back then when Dokutaro first attacked? How did one of these guys hit the bullseye? These all are poo. So you know the issue is, if someone here nailed it, it's probably one with no favorites. It's certainly not whatever this crap is. Oh frick, Kieran's using a Master Ball, ain't he? This one is believable, but why would we be unsteadily looking at the Master Ball then? Y'all let me know in the comments, what do you think the Master Ball crap is about? So I was watching a reaction to the DLC launch trailer and I noticed that Game Freak has already teased a big battle against Kieran in the Indigo disc. There's a scene where the main character is walking towards the battle arena with a serious face and a shot of a person in a white jacket, red vest, and red gloves is shown. That is the same jacket and gloves that Kieran has in the teal mask. I remember that scene. I mean, so there's that scene with some mysterious person walking up to 4 trainers. I assume that's us walking up to the Blueberry Elite 4. They're not talking about that though. Oh, this is the one. I see it. So she's walking up and there he is. But it's Kieran, but he's wearing, did he always wear that red shirt? Alright, so if that is Kieran, it's fitting that they didn't show his face because 1, his nose is revealed, his hair is up, and maybe he's got some kind of purple feature on him to, you know, represent he's on the poison side now. So actually proves your guess that Kieran is the big boss or champion of the Indigo disc. So aside from him being evil, I think him being the champion would at least complete the first stage of his arc of wanting to kind of be stronger than you, or at least a proper challenge to you. The second part of his character is to let him be the villain he wants. So after he's champion, to go down and cause something. Hello Mr. Teacher, I was thinking that Ku posted what will Kieran steal again because of the first DLC. He stole the teal mask. What if he steals the peach from the old lady to get the peach Pokemon its body back? Okay, this is referring to the Ku tweet where it says, what will he snatch from you this time? Oh, that's true, right? So our initial conundrum with that tweet was him writing this time because Ku never stole anything from us. So I thought of it more like we snatched Ogerpon from him, so this time he'll snatch something from us. But this one kind of makes more sense. In the first DLC, Kieran stole the teal mask, which didn't seem to have any purpose. So maybe this time he does something involving that peach. Remember, Ku also mentioned, he posted a picture of that peach and asked, is this Dokutaro? Is this an item for Dokutaro? Or is Grandma trolling? If in some weird way that is like a piece of Dokutaro's powers, maybe Kieran snatches that. But that's not coming from me. You can snatch that all you want. The tweet said, what will he snatch from you this time? What if Dokutaro is a Tapu regional fake? See, this is interesting, right? While we don't have a solid idea what Dokutaro is, if we put Ku's riddles together, he describes it to be this peach that opens up and there's something inside, but not a child. So the best idea is that it's a Pokemon that hides in the peach and actually does look like a Tapu when it wants to fight. We already talked about how cool it'd be if it was a rogue Tapu, freaking Tapu Doku, which means poison anyway. And you know, being a poison type, it's the rogue Tapu because it's strong against all the other fairies. But I don't think Game Freak's ready to do that yet. But this idea of it being a regional fake is cool too because it already matches the description. It doesn't have to be anything related to the Tapus to be a regional fake. And this would be like the first time a regional fake doesn't look specifically like a Pokemon, but looks like it belongs to the group of Pokemon, right? That would be really cool. Frick. I want it to be a regional fake of the Tapu. You know, y'all let me know in the comments. Is Dokutaro just its own Pokemon, or does it have some correlation to a Tapu, even if it's just a fake? Yo dude, I watched your new video and got a crazy theory. So you know how you were talking about how maybe 7 people would get corrupted by Dokutaro? I think I know all 7. 1, Kieran. 2 and 3 are the other 2 protagonists you don't save. So this goes with the Ku tweet. And the final 4 are the Elite 4. Could you imagine? You beat Kieran as the champion, and he's so mad, he steals the Terapagos research and goes to Area 0 with these 4 mind-controlled Blueberry Elite 4 as his little henchmen. That's insane. No one's stopping him. Gita's certainly not stopping him. Gita can't beat crap. Gita can't beat Brassius. Gita can't beat Briar. And apparently Briar doesn't fight. Gita can't beat Dokutaro in Peach form. You don't know. Gita can't fight Peaches. This granny will knock her out. This granny will punch her Glimora and then punch Gita. I don't care for Gita. She's useless. Change my mind, Game Freak. Make her useful in the DLC. I'm gonna call it quits here. Make sure I'll shank that like button. I got more theories to go through and more of my own ideas. But I mean, like, trust me, I got all these fun ideas that I wrote down to talk about. But it's too diluting for me to throw them all out. But I will get to those eventually. So make sure I'll shank that like button. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.